Oh, cheers, man. What's
Cheers.
up?
What's
Welcome to the
going
Brew Collar
on?
Podcast, guys. I'm Bryant Newsom. This is Shawn Newsom. We post every Sunday, so make sure you guys stay tuned in. What's up, man?
Not too much, man.
YouTube and Spotify. YouTube and Spotify.
Friday the 13th yesterday.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Did you do anything special or no?
No, I didn't. Well, I mean, me and Gabby went and got our marriage license. That's cool.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Got a
man.
wedding
Cheers
dance.
again.
Cheers.
How's it feel? Feeling any different yet? Feeling
Not
a
yet.
little nervous? Any kind of feelings?
No, I mean, it's a little nervous just because it's going to be like fucking 70 to 80 people there to see us. That's weird.
That's very weird.
Kinda
That's
weird.
why we kind of did it the way we did it, because it was
Yeah.
just like, weddings to us, in our opinion, was just kind of like, why do I need to be up here confessing my love to you?
Right.
When, like, we already know how we feel towards each other. Like, why do I need to show this in front
Right.
of, like, other people in this overpaid, extravagant, look at us type of thing? That's just not who we were.
Right.
Nothing against weddings. I'll fucking love going to
Yeah, it's going
weddings.
to be fun. It's going to be fun.
And, yeah, it's just, we didn't really want to go that route, I think, because of that.
Right. Yeah, and that's like we only have like 70 people that we invited to the wedding. That's like everybody. So we're not allowing kids. So it's going to be pretty. I mean, that's pretty small for a wedding. I mean, I had a guy at work have like 160 people. at
Yeah,
his wedding. That sounds so nerve wracking.
We thought about doing a small wedding like that, and then we realized
so
like
expensive.
once you start getting up to like 60, like I can't leave out like 50 people automatically,
It's so expensive.
you know. And then it starts
Yeah.
getting to 60s and 70s. You're like, oh yeah, they invited me to their wedding, you know.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I gotta owe them decency to invite them back, you know. And people out of town, it's like, it's expensive.
Yeah, mine is like family and like my 10 closest friends.
Yeah,
Not even 10. So it'd be cool. It'd be good.
yeah.
Luckily, Gabby's mom, though, we're doing it on her property, so we're saving a lot of money there, and you know,
Nice.
it'd be good.
That works out.
Kind of keeping it on a budget.
Yeah, Friday the 13th last night, I was like, gotta watch some kind of horror movie, right? So sometimes I get to where I like tend to just waste 30 minutes looking for a movie. So I'm just gonna go in and pick like, once one kind of intrigues me, I'm just gonna fucking click it. Evil Dead 2.
Oh man, it's the best.
I saw
one.
Evil Dead.
It's so fucking good.
It's so good. It's the best one.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Which it should be. They redid it.
Yeah. I was telling Heather about that last night. She was like, "Really? I never really knew that." I was
it's a
like,
remake.
"Yeah,
That's why it starts off the same way.
yeah, exactly."
His dumbass driving out of that cabin.
I know.
Why would he do it again?
It's so good, dude.
Yeah.
It's so good. Bobby
good.
Joe!
Bobby Joe. He does it twice. He doubles
Dude,
down.
he does it like 5 times.
Oh yeah, it's
Because
so
we went
funny.
back and watched it, and I just kept saying, Bobby Joe! During the whole, and Heather was like, of all the things in this movie to remember,
Why is this it?
this, you really remember this? And I was like,
Because our mom.
and we're watching it, and I'm like, oh, there it is. That's there when he really says it after the first 2 times, and I was like, the third time I was like, no, there it is, and then finally on the 5th
He's
time,
like belts it out.
he just like belts it, dude. Bobby Joe.
He's so upset. That's his
He's-
woman, man. She got sucked into the fucking
I was like,
demon
there
force.
it is.
She's like, oh.
That Heather's just like laughing.
That's
Like
so funny,
every
dude.
time I was like, oh, there it is, and she's like laughing harder, and I'm like,
So
no,
every
there
time.
it is, and she's like howling by the end
Right.
of it. I'm like, that's why we fucking love that so
Dude,
much.
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. Me and Noah came over last Friday. Me and him went out for his birthday, and then we got fucked up at the house. Took a few shots of tequila.
23?
24.
24.
Good nights, yeah.
Okay. Shut up.
And yeah, shout out Noah, happy birthday, man.
Yeah. Happy
And
birthday.
he came over. It was last Friday. I don't know if I talked about this or not. We got Shaun of the Dead.
I think you did. Yeah, I think you did bring
Dude,
that
it's
up
just
last
so
week.
funny, man.
Yeah, that's one of my.
That's
it's
so funny.
You know, you got to consider that. What do you consider that? It's
It's,
comedy
it's,
horror.
it's horror comedy, yeah.
Yeah. So would you like when you're bringing up your favorite comedies?
I mean-
definitely would bring that up for favorite
And
comedies.
my favorite horror, I'll bring it up too.
Okay. That's what I was saying.
I feel like horror movies are just funny in general, dude.
they are.
Me, it's like, and then after the podcast last week, I went to a wedding. Congratulations, Ashley and Drew, by the way. Shout out to those guys too. They got married. Drew's a huge Bills fan. Met him for the first time.
Boo.
Yeah,
Boo.
big Bills fan. Like, they wanted to get married on a Sunday, but they didn't because the Bills came.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it runs deep, and they're like from Buffalo and stuff. So
Yeah.
his first time meeting him, it's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
Nice.
So they got married, and so we went there and hung out, and we drove back to our place, and a few people came over, and we watched the first Halloween.
It's so good.
And it's just as fucking goofy as Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's just as fucking goofy, dude.
There's some real goofy moments.
It's so goofy.
But it's so good. Like slashers, you want it to be a little
Yeah.
goofy, you know?
That's why I think Scream's a top 5, maybe top 3 slasher all time. This bold statement.
Oh, it's definitely top. You got to look when I'm like judging horror, like iconic horror, bad guys or killers or whatever. You got to look at like Halloween costumes. How many kids wear the Halloween costumes? Because it like transfers, because
that's what makes Psycho so good. Is that's not the case, and it's still that good of a slasher.
Yeah, Psycho is definitely like thriller slasher because like only one person gets killed in the movie. I think. I mean, I guess it can still qualify it as a slasher, but just kind of different,
Yeah, I guess so.
Kind of like Silence of the Lambs. Like that's horror, but it's also
so we want to take out Psycho from the slasher category?
No. I don't think you do.
Then is it the greatest
slasher? See, that's where things get weird. It doesn't feel like a.
It does feel like
Jason,
a thriller,
yeah. It feels like Silence of the Lambs. That's kind of the same
shit. If I do put Psycho in the slasher category, I still take Halloween as the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I would go Halloween.
Halloween's the greatest. If Psycho's not in there, if Psycho is in there, my top 3 are Halloween, Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, Psycho's just not. It's just not like you don't watch it for. It can like classify as a slasher, but you don't. Led Zeppelin can classify as like any metal of that time.
That's fair. Okay, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Or like blues or rock and roll. Like it's kind of like
that's fair.
When it comes to slashers, like you don't really want to put Psycho in there, and then if you do, it kind of gets weird. So, but if you do, I think that you got to look at the influence from Halloween in the slasher genre, which is what you're making the list for.
Right.
It's just more of a slasher and influenced more slasher movies than I think. Psycho did. I think Psycho kind of influenced more thrillers.
Leave a comment in the comment section if you think this is a slasher or a thriller
But I think you can put it on the list.
Any other horror movie you want to talk about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Shameless plug. If I'm putting Psycho in there, I kind of want to put Scream at number 3 if Psycho's not in there. Like top 3 slashers all time. I mean, it really does a great job at breaking the fourth wall. How they're watching a horror movie and they're like, yeah, this is what you don't do. Like they're horror fanatics.
So re-say your top.
If Psycho is not a slasher,
okay,
then I'm going Halloween, the original Texas Chainsaw, Scream.
Dang, Scream's that high for you, huh?
Yeah, Scream's that high for me. The number 4 would be Black Christmas.
Yeah, I'm going to go Black Christmas
over Scream.
And then
that's
number 5. Bold. I know that's kind of like more of a favorite for me.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I think that
and Scream's a favorite for me.
Yeah, I do like Scream though. There's a lot of things in Scream that like are kind of like if you didn't grow up in the 2000s, you wouldn't get it.
That's true.
It doesn't like I mean, Scream holds up. Don't get me wrong.
It holds up 100%.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest. I think it just deserved to be in the top 10 for sure.
But I see what you mean by that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of like there's some weird like people are dressing. I don't know. It's just kind of strange. Where
and like some of the references and like it's definitely a pop culture almost.
Yeah, there's some pop culture shit going on there.
Yeah, like Drew Barrymore getting murdered doesn't mean nearly as much to people as it did then.
Exactly. There's a lot of that. Even though
it still holds up. I don't know. People still love Drew Barrymore. She's still in a lot of shit.
She is, yeah. She has her own show too.
Yeah.
But yeah, to where what's it called?
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas, yeah. It just feels a little more real and raw,
Yeah, it does.
It kind of like brings on, I don't know, a different
Did we talk about this last week on the podcast?
No.
I feel like we did.
I don't think so.
Oh, we're talking about it now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So welcome back. It's Halloween. We're going to be talking about
That's
horror
true.
movies.
That's true. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely those are my top 4. And then number 5, I'd probably put the original Friday the 13th. Iconic. Like you said, Halloween masks. So good, dude.
Yeah. There's a scene, and I think it's either the first Friday the 13th.
The sleeping bag.
No, you always bring up the sleeping bag scene.
So
beating against the trees.
It's so crazy.
Dude.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, that one's fucked up. I gotta get back to Evil Dead. Yeah, there's a scene, and I can't remember if it's the first one or the second one, but I think it's the end of the first one. And it terrified me when I was a kid. It probably when I think of the most times I've been like the most scared, I think of that movie and that scene. I'm like, God, dude, it just terrified me when I was a kid. It's the lake scene.
Yeah. Oh, at the end
where she's in the canoe, and then Jason comes up out the back.
Or is it? No, it might be the end of the second one.
I think it's the end of the second one.
Because the first one, you don't even see Jason. Jason doesn't exist.
Right. His mom is the killer.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, for a movie that's 50 years old, but
Is it fucking really 50 years old? Damn.
well,
Close. 45.
Yeah.
What, 79?
Yeah.
80? Good Lord. What was the original Halloween was 78, right?
I think it was 74 or 73. I looked at this the other day, I think.
I typed in Halloween like a dumbass. It's on October 31st, if you're wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1978.
78. Okay, I was thinking of something.
So what
else
is
then.
Friday the 13th? It was 1980, okay. 2 years after. Fucking almost 50 years for
I
real.
know. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene terrified me,
23
dude.
years.
I think you got to throw the original Child's Play.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking good. Damn, I forgot about that. I'm putting
Yeah.
that over Friday the 13th.
I'm close there.
I don't know.
I'm going to go Friday the 13th a little bit more.
Child's Play is terrifying for a
and
kid.
then Nightmare on Elm Street, dude.
Nightmare on Elm Street is good, but that's still
So good.
psychological thriller.
But there's like it's a slasher too. There's like gallons of blood.
Dude,
Like,
that's a
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the most terrifying one, honestly.
That one scared the shit out of me too.
Because you can't fight this dude. You can't
I
shoot
know.
him.
It makes you like at night when it's time to go to sleep and you're a kid and you just watch this. You're not going to sleep.
No, I've talked about this in the podcast before with the movie Mirrors.
You did, yeah. You brought that
Jesus
up.
fucking Christ. That
was
one.
That was like last year, yeah.
Yeah, it was last year when we were still doing this podcast.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, how about
It's
that?
Mirrors 2008. What was the guy's name?
Cheers to that, dude.
Cheers,
Cheers, to
dude. We're still here.
this shit.
Episode
we're
64.
Let's go.
Cheers, we're still here.
I like it.
Yeah, Mirrors was a fucked up movie, dude. It was Kiefer Sutherland.
I like Kiefer Sutherland.
And Cameron Boyce, rest in peace, the guy from Disney that passed away. I forgot he was in that. And Amy Smart was also in there.
Amy Smart. Who's Amy Smart?
What movies was she in? I would show you, but I don't know if I turn it around. Butterfly Effect. She was the girlfriand in Butterfly Effect.
Oh, she was big in the 90s.
She was in Road Trip, yeah.
Yeah, she was big in the 90s.
Varsity Blues.
Yeah, she was in a lot
Crank.
of shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, she was in Crank.
Yeah, there's a scene in Mirrors where Amy Smart is actually Kiefer Sutherland's sister. And she's going, and all the fucking demons are already in the mirror fucking attacking them. It's because Kiefer Sutherland was like chasing down this police detective case and fucking broke this mirror that released a bunch of demons into the mirror dimension. Sounds corny. It is. But Amy Smart's character walks past the mirror, and the demon, I guess, captures her or whatever. And so the demon's in the mirror, and she stops moving in the mirror, but she's actually still walking. It's like the mirror her reflection stops moving, and it's the demon that has control of her body. And so the demon grabs her fucking top of her mouth and the bottom of it and rips her fucking jaw off and kills her in the bathtub.
Yeah,
It's fucking brutal, dude. It's like, oh my God, that scene scarred the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Dude, what's some of the since we're kind of turning this into like the opening has been kind of about like horror movies. What's some like sneaky horror movies that you've watched it like
some sneaky
because
horror
we've seen
movies.
so many horror movies like for somebody who's
Sleepaway Camp.
Sleepaway Camp.
Do you remember that one?
I've seen the Slumber Party Massacre, which seems
Slumber Party Massacre is good.
seems very similar. That's the
Slumber Party
super
Massacre is
slasher.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sleepaway Camp's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the fucking summer camp and the kids are getting murdered.
Slaughter High, dude.
Slaughter High. That's a fucking good
Dude,
one.
We went back and watched that
That's
shit.
a really good one.
Great slasher.
You talking about just like slashers or horror movies in general?
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to put Mirrors on there too. I want to read you the description of Mirrors though.
Yeah.
In a bid to pull his shattered life back together, troubled ex-cop Ben Carson takes a job as a security guard at burned-out ruins of a once prosperous department store. He's patrolling the charred hallways and begins to see horrifying images in the ornate mirrors that still adorn the walls. Ben soon realizes that the malevolent force is using the mirrors to gain entrance into the world, threatening the lives of his wife, Paula Patton, and children.
Damn.
So he releases those demons through that mirror. I guess I think he takes one of the mirrors home.
Yeah.
And then it like gets inside the fucking other mirrors and like the demon travels through mirrors.
Wow.
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, it's a good
That's
movie.
wild. Did you ever
Pretty
watch
underrated.
any of the Wishmasters when you were young?
Wishmasters. I don't know about
Wes
that.
Craven.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, those were kind of wild.
I don't think I did.
Like
That
he
was
would
good, though.
grant these
I love Wes
wishes.
Craven.
But,
Oh, I do remember that.
but
It's
they
always the
would,
worst
like,
thing.
It's the worst possible way of like. It was like
It's like people wish for a big cock and it's a massive chicken that kills people.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Yeah, it's
stupid
very
like
like
that. Yeah.
twisty like
Yeah.
that. That like really always turns out to be for the worst. But Yeah, Black Christmas. No, Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2, yeah.
There's one scene where this Bobby Joe is being drugged through the fucking by the trees.
Yeah, and if you've seen Evil Dead 1, you are terrified of what's going to happen to Bobby Joe.
Yeah, but this doesn't happen in Evil Dead 2.
I know it doesn't. It doesn't.
But
you're terrified that it's going to.
Dude, there's a scene, a quick 3-second shot of her getting drugged through the driveway, and she hits a fucking puddle. Obviously, this is a dummy, but it looks like she's being shot out of a fucking cannon. She hits so fast, it goes boom, there's an explosion, and I was rewind that. I just laughed my ass off.
It's so ridiculous, dude.
This is insane.
Yeah, if you've never seen the Evil Dead, that's a must watch. Obviously,
amazing.
the Hellraisers. What about Phantasm?
Dude, we went back and watched the first one.
It's so good.
So good.
So underrated. It was an amazing sci-fi horror film.
Yeah. And it bothers me that you don't see horror movies on all these award shows like the Oscars and shit.
Right, or comedy.
Or comedy, yeah. And it's
shit.
all because people can't be pretentious about shit the acting's amazing, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just you got to categorize it for its genre.
I think another thing for slashers and horror movies for me is rewatchability. If I can't rewatch a horror movie over and over, then it's not good enough.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
If it's not on my list to watch next October.
Every Halloween. House of 1,000 Corpses. We got the
year.
fucking poster in this motherfucker.
Every year, sometimes twice a year.
Why do we not have a Shaun of the Dead poster in here?
I've been looking for one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been looking for one.
Yeah, we need to check out the displays on that. Not a sponsor.
There's a couple that I looked at, but I went with the Futurama one.
Yeah, that's good. That's good too.
Yeah, I like the Futurama comics. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Phantasm was really good. What about Fright Night? You remember that?
Fright Night, yeah.
The vampire movie?
Yeah. We went back and watched that one.
Fright
No, we
Night's
watched
really
Night of
good.
the Demons.
Oh, Night of the Demons is fucked.
That's crazy. That's a crazy ass movie.
Yes, why is it it's so sexual too?
It's so sexual.
She puts the lipstick in her nipple.
Yeah, yeah.
fuck?
Why?
The
She
fuck?
just- I was like, oh.
Why did she do that?
Ugh.
And it comes out of her pussy or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
was
god!
like, what is happening?
Why did she do that? The remake is just as gross.
I never watched the remake.
The remake is like a Halloween party.
I might have seen the remake.
And then everybody ends up leaving, and then there's 5 people left, and that's what happens. Night of the Demons is fucking classic. I'm glad you brought that up. That's underrated as fuck.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
The ending scene is so good.
Some
Damn,
other horror films.
that's good.
Yeah, Black Christmas, the original.
It's fucking genius.
It's terrifying, dude.
Yeah,
That's
the original
one of
calls coming from inside the house.
Yeah, and not only that is, have you checked on the children lately or whatever? That kind of goes with.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. You're a 16-year-old teenager in a house.
We did talk about Black Christmas last week.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely check it out if you hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
But modern horror films.
Oh, modern horror. Yeah, none
that
of
you
them.
like. None of them?
Terrifier. I need to watch it.
The Vavitch?
Oh yeah, I did like that.
Yeah.
That's thriller. That's not horror to me.
It's definitely
That's thriller. I mean,
it's kind of horror.
Green
though.
Inferno.
Yeah, that's where
So
you start
ridiculous.
getting into the gross.
Yeah, it's gross. It's fucking funny.
Yeah,
Though. It's good.
I've never
Wrong.
seen
I guess Wrong Turn is kind of more modern. Wrong Turn is a really good horror film.
That was a weird time when
Wrong
the
Turn and Hills Have Eyes.
inbreeding
Yeah.
horror and then the gore horror.
Yeah, we're together.
Were together.
Both of those movies are really good.
Yeah.
Those series.
Yeah, the inbreeding thing was okay.
Yeah.
I never got it was just okay.
Yeah. I thought those were good movies.
The paranormal movies too. I never
Insidious
really
and Conjuring were fucking great.
Everyone says those are good. I've never watched those.
But we can't act like The Evil Dead isn't technically paranormal.
It definitely is.
And Child's Play is honestly paranormal.
Definitely, but I mean more ghost and spirit shit.
Right.
Which Child's Play is I guess it's kind of
Right.
But the guy just his conscious went to the doll's body.
Yeah, same thing with Evil Dead. I guess they're going.
But I
inside
mean,
the people.
even then, it's more of a ghost.
There's an
thing
aspect, yeah.
to Evil Dead, but the whole paranormal activity stuff.
Yeah, and
never really-
Conjuring and what about Dead Silence? You remember that movie?
Dude, that was a that's an underrated horror movie.
Classic.
That shit
dude.
scared the hell
That's
out of me.
That's
when I was a
that's like 2008, maybe 2004. It's 2000 something.
It's
I think.
2006. I'm gonna say
It's
6.
2000 something. Okay, let's look. I'm saying 2004. 2007. I said 2008 first. Damn, I should have stuck with my original answer.
Between.
Should have stuck with my original answer.
Darkness Falls.
Darkness Falls is great.
That's a good one, dude.
That's one of the ones where that's the first one of the first ones that scare you as a kid.
Scared the shit out of you. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the movie Dolls itself was good. I don't know if you remember that. A lot of dolls in the movie.
Yeah, they were like. I remember seeing show me a picture of them. I know that I've seen those.
1987.
Like some of the doll.
I don't know if you can see it in the reflection.
Is that Shelley Duvall?
Damn, it looks like you're not. There's no way, not in 1987. That's Carrie Lorraine.
Okay.
Ed Naha. That is. Yeah, doll. That was a fucked up movie.
May.
A group of motorists. Oh, May was good.
That movie is fucking weird.
April Fools.
April Fools is kind of like
another slasher.
Transparent.
Like just very easily to guess.
Yeah, because Heather's never seen it. I was like, have you ever seen the horror movie April Fools?
Yeah.
Because I remember it being really good. She goes, "Let me guess, it's all fake in the end."
It's all fake in the end. Yeah, but really was it though? Just kind of the plot twist of maybe it wasn't really fake.
Yeah. I remember it being fake though. Right?
It was fake, and then there's like another thing though where somebody else dies after it's fake.
So you wonder?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to show it to her then.
A group of motorists, including young Judy Bauer, her horrible father, her evil queen of a stepmother, and a meek businessman named Ralph, become stranded at a spooky mansion during a nighttime thunderstorm. The house's strange owners offer overnight lodgings, but with the dastardly intentions of making their visitors the playthings of their murderous toy dolls.
Fuck. What are the? I need to find
They're
out.
Just trying too hard on that.
They're trying hard.
It was scary as fuck when I was a kid.
Chucky's the only doll killer
yeah.
thing that I ever cared
Just
about.
a legit fucking slasher.
And all the slashers got
And Dead Silence. And Dead Silence.
Yeah.
Ventriloquist dolls are just fucking terrifying in
Yeah,
general.
they are. Yeah, that was a good
God,
one.
dude.
But outside of those two, Child's Play 1 and 2 being tier 1.
And 3.
And 3.
3 was the one when he went to the military.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
It was a fucking good one.
That was a fucking good one.
And Chucky follows him to the fucking military
the
school.
boys' school.
And he's killing people.
School.
Yeah.
That was a good one,
See,
too.
the Chucky was good, too.
That's when it started taking that
Bride
turn,
of Chucky was better, though.
Bride of Chucky was...
And the Cedar
That's
Chucky.
when it started getting goofy.
And then it started becoming almost gore porn.
Yeah.
Because they're Chucky's making fun of the fucking kid. And he's fucking people. So ridiculous.
Yeah, that's when it was getting weird.
So many Chucky movies. I love Chucky, though. There's good jump scares in those movies.
If you're a kid watching that, though, it's pretty
Dude, it's
fucking
terrifying.
Scary as fuck, dude.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I remember.
Have you seen the new, the newest
No, I
Chucky?
haven't. I need to watch that, honestly.
I haven't watched it, but I
I'm
watched
sure
the
it's
one
not good.
before. He they redid him.
Is it the same voice?
He looks more robotic almost. I feel like maybe I'm crazy, but they kind of made him look a little more modern.
God, dude, the fucking original Child's Play. That one gets me. That's an
With,
all-time
he has
favorite.
the legit doll face, which makes it just. So,
That's a top 5 favorite horror movie for me.
I don't blame you. It's in
Shaun
top
of the
10
Dead,
for me.
Scream, Child's Play, Evil Dead 2, The Shining. If we're gonna consider that horror,
See, now we're getting thriller range.
that's still horror, right? No, maybe not. Okay, we'll take.
I kind of
Take
like
The Shining out, and I'll put House of a Thousand Corpses in there.
Okay, I like that. That's horror for sure.
Take Shaun of the Dead out. I can put that's a tough one.
Yeah, because you start thinking about the horror thrillers.
Texas Chainsaw.
That's a different category. Let's be
That's fair.
honest. You gotta go
Evil Dead 2 is
you gotta go
horror, right?
Shining, Silence of the Lambs, Psycho. Those are kind of in that tier of horror.
Yeah, I'm okay
they
with
gotta
that.
be in their own thing, which is because they're just better movies.
What was
you
the
know?
one What a Stranger Calls?
When a Stranger Calls is okay, but
That was a ripoff of Strangers
a
was good.
good modern horror. Jeepers Creepers, dude.
Jeepers Creepers.
The first one.
That's
The
fucking
only
good,
one.
dude.
The
Yeah,
first one.
Justin Long. That's a perfect cast for that movie.
Oh yeah.
Anytime I think of Justin Long, I think of that movie and Dodgeball with his little shorts at the fucking car wash.
I think of Accepted too.
Oh, Accepted. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Ask me about my wiener. Jeepers Creepers right here.
Jeepers
Jeepers right here.
Was it Scooby Doo?
Jeepers.
Dude, Jeepers Creepers is. It's not as good as Scream, but it held. It holds up.
Yeah,
it holds up.
It's
dude.
very spooky.
The truck behind when they're just driving and they're talking, they're having a good time, and you can see the truck in way in the distance.
Yeah, you think of
Fucking way. in the
yeah,
distance. And it's
God,
just
dude.
slow. It's and the picture is slowly coming up, but he's going fucking 90.
Oh yeah.
And you just in the back, and it's between the two heads in the fucking car.
Right. Yeah.
And you're just
and the best part is you don't notice it. It's not like they address it.
yeah.
It's dramatic irony is what they call that in literature.
big literature guy.
Yeah, big literature guy.
Nice.
In the English language arts, they call that dramatic irony, where the audience knows something that the characters in the movie doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Snotting.
Yeah. You say I'm snobbing right now? What?
Yeah.
That's what's called. That's it.
Nice. Yeah, that movie. And then you get down when he falls down that tunnel.
The drain.
The drain. Oh man.
It's a fucking terrifying scene.
That's crazy. That's like one of the coolest scenes in that whole.
What about Monster Man?
Oh, that movie's crazy. Is that what you was thinking of when you were thinking about the truck coming up behind somebody?
Yes.
I haven't seen the movie in so long.
Such a shitty movie.
It's definitely like a shitty like slasher.
Grindhouse.
I don't know what you want to call that. It's definitely a slasher.
Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. That's fucking good.
Watch it every year.
Me too.
It's so good. You got to see 3 from Hell.
I didn't even watch that.
I'd say it's not as good because you don't have Captain Spaulding because he passed
rest
away.
in peace, Sid Haig.
But I will say, the guy who plays Herman Munster, the guy who plays in like a lot of his movies, he is a fun actor to have in a movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like the likability is
that.
super.
The fucking
good.
Monsters was awesome.
Yeah,
the Rob Zombie one.
You got to watch him in this though because he plays a funny ass role.
Okay.
Like he's like this sheriff, like doofy dude who just fucking,
yes, doofy.
Yeah, he's just like goofy as fuck. And
what's some more horror movies? What about American Gothic? You remember that? Mom loves that one.
yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch that one because I don't remember liking it.
What about
much.
The Lost Boys? Are we considered that horror?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
kind of like adventure, but not.
I think it's horror.
I feel like that's like the Goonies meet fucking vampires.
Yeah, cause I think that's okay.
That's because Mouth is in there.
Yeah,
that's why I say that. That's why I say
right.
that.
Yeah,
Damn.
what's his name? God, I used to know his name. It's been so long since I thought about him.
I'd hope so. Played by Corey Feldman.
Yeah, that's it. Corey Feldman.
That's a weird dude. Why does he look like the guy off of Hot Tub Time Machine that's missing the arm?
Oh, the Willard, the guy?
Yeah.
The I know my fucking friends.
You see that?
In River's Edge?
Yeah. What's that guy?
Oh, he does look like that. I saw it in the reflection.
River's Edge Apartments. Let's not look at that. That's not what I want to see. River's Edge. Okay.
You could do remake Willard
movie. Crispin Glover. God, that's an ugly motherfucker.
We've looked that up before, I think.
I don't think we have. But that dude.
I looked it up with somebody, but yeah, he's an odd guy.
He is.
They say
strange.
he's like really difficult to work with.
I can see that. Look at that shit.
Oh, that's a good comp. I see it.
Thanks.
Only when he has his hair pulled a bit like that, though.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Whoa, is that him now? Oh, that's his dad. Ugh. Sorry, first reaction. Couldn't hide that one.
Yeah, Heather and I was watching something the other day, and it was just like the camera was really up on their face, like neck up, or like collarbone up.
House of the Devil.
Yeah, I was gonna get to it.
I had to be there.
And dude was not, the best looking dude, and it just caught me off guard. And I just like so many like horrible insults within my head, and I did my best not to say any of them. So all I could come out with was, "Damn, man."
Yeah.
And they were just like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? You're an asshole."
Damn.
I'm like,
Damn, man.
No, that's the best thing that could have came out. I'm gonna be honest, because there's just so many things running through my head. It's fun when people are on TV. It's fun to just like
What the fuck?
kind of hate.
Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Corey Feldman and Crispin Glover are in there together,
Oh wow!
and they're not brothers or anything.
Really?
I got to go back and watch this movie.
I
now.
got to see this movie.
That's strange. That's so strange that they're in a fucking movie together. Cheers.
Cheers,
that's good
dude.
sound.
Yeah, always is.
Wow. That's fucked up. Yeah, what's some more, man, that we're forgetting?
Yeah, House of the Devil, dude.
Is Gremlins a horror movie? What about the Leprechaun?
Dude, I have
The
to
movie's
say,
so fucked up.
I have to say, the original Leprechaun.
It's good.
It's a fucking good slasher.
It's good, yeah. It's good shit.
It brings the comedy. It leans into being shitty.
It's fucking perfect. It leans into being shitty.
They're coming after her. And Jennifer Aniston, I think this is her first film she's ever been in.
Actually?
She's super young, yeah. Like, looks like she's like 17 or 18. I don't know if it's her legit first, but it's definitely like one of.
Jennifer Aniston first movie. Filmography. Let's see. Oh man, this is slow. Oh, our first movie was Mac and Me.
That's the one. Who was talking about that movie?
Is that the fucking McDonald's thing?
No. Somebody was here talking about Mac and Me. Was it Was it Danny?
It might have been. He was
Or
talking
was
about
it-
something else.
Who? Somebody was on this podcast talking about.
I think it was Danny. He was talking about the McDonald's thing.
Oh, okay.
It sounded like the same thing. She was also in Ferris Bueller's, and then Leprechaun was her first major role, but it was her third movie. No,
Okay.
Malloy. So that was her fourth movie.
Okay. I knew it was early.
Leprechaun. That movie's so spooky.
But anyways, he's coming after him, this leprechaun, and they start throwing fucking shoes at him to slow him down because leprechauns apparently have to clean shoes. That's like their job.
Wow, this is such a shitty
And so he's
concept.
like, they're like hitting the ground, dusting. He's like cleaning them off real fast, throwing them.
like, fuck,
He's like,
fuck.
he's like, God damn it! Like cleaning these
He's
things
so
up.
mad.
He's so mad because he's like has to do it, but they're like, he's just like throwing them because he's like trying to kill them too. So he's like in a hurry.
he's cleaning them and
They
throwing them.
really lean into like the
This shitty
goofy, shitty slashers. That's what
That's fucking
you
good.
don't watch slashers to watch
Gremlins. What's the other
the
one?
fucking
that I'm thinking of?
Godfather
Yeah,
or
that's right.
some Martin Scorsese.
You watch it to be
script.
entertained. At the
You
end of the day, that's why I watch
it-
movies.
You watch it for the fun, goofiness.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, how goofy they can be, how creative they can be.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's
right.
very low budget, and sometimes when you get an iconic slasher, you get Terrifier.
That's some people's arguments
With a low
for
budget.
saying you watch the UFC to see people get knocked out, not for them to roll around and hug each other. Same
I
argument.
mean, I guess.
Same argument. It's art
Yeah.
both ways.
It's art both ways. I mean, I can appreciate a movie like The Godfather with just tremendous acting, tremendous like camera work, tremendous.
But I can
You know,
also
all
appreciate
that-
Sean Strickland going
You're right.
blocking with his forearms touching.
Like, why does he look like if I was going to tickle my kid? Yeah, if I was going to tickle you, you'd be like, hit me with the stop. Ooh.
yeah, stop.
And it worked against the like greatest
Striker
we've ever seen, arguably. You know,
God, I feel like we're forgetting like some big ones.
oh, there's so many we're forgetting, dude.
I mean, Nosferatu, that's classic shit.
oh,
What
yeah,
about
yeah.
oh fuck, like Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side and shit.
Creep Show?
Creep Show.
Yeah.
Those were good ones.
Those are fucking great, dude. Yeah, what about the creature features like the Blob?
Oh
and,
yeah, the Blob and
like the Invisible Man and
yeah,
Frankenstein.
Right.
You know,
Frankenstein's good. The Blob was always my favorite one of those.
Blob was great.
What about what's the fucking movie where I about said Russell Crowe? Not Russell Crowe. The
punchable
dude from
face.
fucking Death Proof.
Oh my God, Jeff
Kurt
Bridges?
Russell.
Kurt Russell. Jeff Bridges.
What was
is
that
in
horror
A
movie
Quake.
that Kurt Russell was in?
Oh,
Same dude that did it's John Carpenter. The Thing.
The Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Will Ritchie's favorite.
Fucking
Shout out Will
amazing.
Ritchie.
It's
Who was on
fucking
the podcast.
amazing.
Dude, The Thing. That's not even the original The Thing. I don't think. I
I
think
don't
that's remade.
Thanks. I think you might be right.
I think that John Carpenter's was the remake. It just got more popular, I believe.
Oh, The Thing was 1982, right? Was there one earlier?
I think there was one earlier.
The Thing from Around the World. Is that like the original?
That doesn't ring a bell.
The Thing from Around the World. Let's see. UFO near a research base in the North Pole. What they find is a wrecked spaceship and a humanoid creature frozen in the ice. They bring it to discover the base.
That sounds like The Thing.
Meanwhile, the creature is accidentally thawed and begins wreaking havoc. Yeah, a thing from another world.
That was the original.
That's the
Okay, I didn't know it
original.
was called that.
I didn't either. That's good to know.
But yeah,
but John Carpenter's is 81 or 82.
that's the one that really made it popular.
It's fucking good.
I need to go watch that again.
What about The Mist?
Dude, that is a dark movie.
That was a really spooky movie too. That was
Yeah.
wasn't that Stephen King?
I think so.
The Mist. Yeah, I think of the right movie. Oh shit, Laurie Holden's in there. She played in.
They remade it.
Laurie Holden and Jeffrey DeMunn, both of them, and Melissa McBride, all of them in The Walking Dead. 3 actors from The Walking Dead. 3
Really?
main actors. Yeah.
That's a cool little callback to like horror movies for The Walking Dead to put those actors in there. Are you talking
Well,
about?
they were in there before The Walking Dead. This is 2007.
Oh, okay, I got you.
The Mist is 2007.
Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah, Powerful Storm in Maine. Oh, do you remember the end of that movie?
Yeah.
God, it's so
brutal.
fucking infuriating.
Yeah, it's like God.
I thought it was a shitty ending as a kid. I think it's because Mom thought it was a bad ending, but honestly, I think it's a good ending.
I think it's a good. I think it's that's it's hard
That's
for me to
that's
say.
like the same thing as the miner stopping right before he gets to the diamond.
It's the same
It's
exact
the same
thing.
thing as that
Same
meme.
exact thing. I like it because it gets people talking
Yeah, it does.
about horror movies. You know,
God, dude, it's so fucking frustrating. The end of that movie makes you so mad.
like pisses you off.
What
It's
about-
like one of the hardest movies to watch.
What about Bird Box?
It's okay.
It was alright.
Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, people blew up over it, and it was okay. I think okay is the word for it.
Yeah, it was okay. It's worth a watch.
Yeah,
3 stars out of 5. I give
Yeah, I think that's
Bird
fair.
Box. You know,
I'm okay with 3.5 at the most.
it. Kind of like really popular.
It was huge.
And
The
you
memes
kinda-
are fucking great.
And Sandra Bullock always
Oh, she's
fun.
so
The
hot.
memes were were like iconic. You know,
Sorry, what? Sandra Bullock, huh? Sandra Bullock's
dude, Sandra Bullock. Yeah,
A Time to Kill.
that's Gina Davis. Did we,
A Time
have
to
we
Kill.
done? We've
A Time
done
to
this.
Kill is not Gina Davis.
A Long Kiss Goodnight is Gina Davis.
Yep.
Time,
A Time
to Kill
is Matthew McConaughey and
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson, Kevin
I
Spacey.
always get those mixed up.
Such a fucking good movie.
Oh man, yeah. It
Yeah,
is.
dude. Bird Box was okay.
It was okay.
You saw the ending coming.
You did,
So
and it
there was some good scenes.
it was only okay. I think.
What about Final Destination?
Okay, now we're getting into the gore porn.
How dare we?
So now we got to talk about the Hostels, the
Hostile.
Saw,
Saw.
Saw 1, the
Saw 2?
original. Dude,
Saw 3, and that's it.
that's that's where we're like, okay, we see
We
what's
get it,
happening here.
Yeah.
But Saw 1, the original, it might
Amazing
be top
thriller.
10.
It's an amazing thriller.
Yeah, and I think is it thriller? It's thriller.
It's thriller,
definitely
yeah.
thriller. So you're putting it in the room in the category of The Shining, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I am. Saw 1.
I think
That's
you're
the
right.
only one. That's the only one.
I think
and
you're
the
right.
rest of them are gore porn.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because Saw 1, like, you don't even really see anybody get killed till the end, right?
Till the end, you see the leg get sawed off.
It's
But
not really that
that's-
brutal.
That's a comp to Psycho, which is we're putting it where you
But
know.
then again, we put Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a slasher.
Texas
that's
Chainsaw
fucking gore porn,
Massacre
too.
Is a grindhouse slasher.
Yeah. Same thing with fucking Halloween.
That's a slasher.
The
yeah.
first Halloween, you don't really see people get fucked up, though. Like, he kills
Really?
people, but it doesn't really show
Yeah.
fucked up shit.
You see the tits from the chick who played in. Remember the blonde haired chick? Remember
Yeah.
the ghost? He walks in.
Yeah, but who is that?
That is she plays in High School Musical, which is a Ramones.
What?
Not High School Musical.
I
Fuck.
was like, how old is she in that?
High School, Rock and Roll High School. That's it.
Oh,
Rock and Roll High School, where she's obsessed with the Ramones. The Ramones are in the movies. The shitty acting is not the best movie.
Of course. If you're
She
gonna make
also
a movie as
plays
a
in
band, you're gonna be
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're
The
talking
blonde haired chick. She also plays in. She played in some modern horror films. I think she might have been in. Somebody threw her
Shit, her
in.
name is-
She's kind of like. Maybe it was Rob Zombie who threw her in some of his
about. Is this
Halloweens.
what I think it is? It's not Jennifer Jason Leigh, is it?
I don't know her name.
Is it the bitch from Hateful Eight? Is that her?
No,
'Cause
no.
I was
no,
thinking it
no,
looked
no,
like
no,
her.
no. She's too young in the Hateful Eight for it to be her.
I don't think she's that young in the Hateful Eight. She was in Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Oh, yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont. She was also in Devil's Rejects when she was the mom when Captain Spaulding went to steal the car,
Mm-hmm.
and Captain Spaulding was like, "What's wrong? Don't you like clowns?"
What about Carrie?
Oh, that's a classic. Stephen King.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Stephen King was definitely like, he got you thinking. I felt like
Oh yeah, for sure.
he got you thinking, like Cujo
Yeah. Oh, fucking Cujo.
and The
That's
Shining.
a thriller. That's another
and-
thriller.
Yeah.
That's another thriller. Damn. Oh, what about The Fog? I mean, you got to bring that up if we're gonna bring
Yeah.
up The Mist.
I don't know if I've ever
Jeez
seen The
Louise.
Fog.
The Fog is wasn't that about like that fucking ghost ship?
Oh, I
Let's
don't
see,
know.
The Fog.
Have you
I'm
ever
pretty
seen
sure.
Ghost Ship?
Hmm.
One of the most brutal opening scenes in all of horror cinema.
Really? I
Yes.
didn't watch this.
It is Ghost Ship. If you've never seen it, outside of that, I don't remember the movie being that great. I think it's Ghost Ship.
Okay, yeah, The Fog. Strange things begin to occur as a tiny California coastal town. Dark secrets about the town. Hitchhiker discovers a mutilated corpse of a fisherman. Then a mysterious iridescent fog descends upon the village, and more people start to die.
What's the first thought you have when someone goes, "I don't like horror movies"?
Pussy.
I kind of feel the same way a little bit. I'm just, and maybe not. Maybe it's just not that.
Pussy, 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 pussy. That's it. That's the only word that comes to my mind.
That's the first word that comes to my mind.
Yeah, that's the only word.
Bitch is the second word.
Bitch ass pussy. You're a pussy ass bitch. Watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, just watch this fucking movie.
Watch people die.
Yeah, watch people get,
Fucking hacked up.
Me and a friend were talking. And
Sick fucks.
he was like, I don't know, if I don't know where to start the kids with the horror movies.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I was watching that shit when I was 4 years old. I don't recommend that.
Yeah, I do.
I probably will be doing that because every horror, like every October, I'm going to be watching horror movies in my house. Kid, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. We're watching horror movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's just going how. That's
Kid,
how
if you don't like it, then go eat shit.
Yeah, go eat shit. Go fucking do whatever. But
Go eat shit.
go eat shit. God dang.
You can eat shit.
Shit.
Kids that watching horror movies.
Yeah. But do you where's the line for the age for kid to watch horror movies? Because
the line for the
and
age?
all those funny ass goofy slashers that we all love, there's tits and fucking in there.
Yeah.
There's tits and fucking. There's
Yep.
a lot of tits and fucking, a lot of because one of my
true.
friends was like, I'll let my kid watch Scream, is obsessed with Scream, like about 4 or 5. The opening scene, I will gut you like a fish.
I want to see what your insides look like.
I want to see what your insides look like. Turn on the patio, and dude's guts is hanging out. He's sitting in a chair, and dude's guts is hanging out, touching the floor.
Man, rest in peace.
And then her parents pull up, and she's hanging in a fucking tree.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's super
That's
fucked.
the opening scene.
What about the open scene of Scary Movie?
When's your kid gonna watch that?
I want to see what your insides look like. Oh, turn to page 74. This is fucking Carmen Electra. She's a porn star. Just in the magazines. He's like, oh, yeah. She's showing him her insides.
Those movies, you don't get those anymore.
So funny. They're so good, dude.
Damn, remember when horror movies were... horror
God,
movies...
what else? What are we forgetting, man?
Yeah,
What are we
when's the line? What's the line for you, though? Like, if you have
With
a
the
kid...
age?
The age line. Like, to watch Scream. Like, what... how
It
do
just
you-
depends. I guess, like, if they're having nightmares as a little kid, that seems annoying. That seems like it's going to
I
inconvenience
had
me.
nightmares.
And I'm sure it inconvenienced mom and dad at some point.
Yeah, but it's not about you. It's about the kid.
Yeah, but like a kid having nightmares, that's probably not good.
That's probably bad for
Probably
both.
trauma.
Yeah, it's bad for both.
But at the end of the day, we call it trauma. This trauma. Everything's fucking trauma. You had a bad experience that's
No.
trauma?
You had a bad experience at the DMV where a lady cussed at you. Is that trauma to some people?
Sad word just popped in my head again. Pussy.
Bitch. Bitch ass pussy.
Pussy ass bitch.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
line,
I don't know what the line is.
Some
That's
would
the
say,
question. Leave a
the-
let's talk about that in the comment section. I want to have a discussion.
Yeah, what's the line for your kids to watch a horror movie? Because I was like,
Amityville Horror.
great. That's the paranormal side.
That's the paranormal side. That's
Yes.
the OG.
Yes.
Oh, what about the fucking Hitcher?
Oh, that's a class. That's a take on the classic.
That's a
urban
good
legend, though.
fucking slasher.
Yeah.
That's such a good slasher.
But I will say
Underrated
you
slasher.
don't want to give it too much credit because it is a take on the urban legend, like Hook.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's still great.
the Hitcher, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where? No, that's not.
No,
the,
that's not the urban
urban legend. Yeah,
No,
that's
that's
the
the
one.
Hitchhiker.
That's the Hitchhiker. Yeah.
Just kills fucking whoever.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a great
And
movie,
that's the one where
dude.
he gets spoiler alert for the Hitcher. It's 2004 or something.
Oh, I mean, the original is 86.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't
I've
think
never seen the
I don't
2004.
think I've ever seen the original.
You got to watch the original. It's better, from what I've heard.
Who's in the original?
That's a big name actor in there.
That's weird. Where'd you see that at? With mom or?
They have the DVD. Rutger Hauer.
If they have the DVD,
And
I've seen
C. Thomas Howell. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
it. Okay.
Jeffrey DeMunn, the old dude that played in
The Buns.
fucking the movies we were just talking about. The Fog and
Yeah.
not
okay.
the Fog, the
The
Mist,
Mist,
and Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Rutger Hauer, though, you know him.
If mom has that movie, I've seen it.
Rutger Hauer's in Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner.
I've never seen any of the Blade Runners. The
You see his
concept seemed
face?
cool.
You've seen this guy before.
I can't really see it from the side.
Okay. Well, I'll have to figure something out with that. We're going to have to come up with something with that.
Yeah, we will.
C. Thomas Howell. He was in some other stuff, too. What was he in? The Outsiders. C. Thomas Howell was The Outsiders in E.T.
Oh, man, I haven't seen The Outsiders in
Red
years.
Dawn. Secret Admirer. Talk about a fucking 80s movie.
You know what? It seems like Steven Spielberg kind of like...
Ruin movies.
Yeah.
Ruin film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he is probably the GOAT director.
No, he's not.
I have to say, he probably is.
I can't do that.
Dude, if you go back and like...
I'll be a movie snob right now.
No, I'm being one too. And when I say that, if you go back and look at like the movies that made us in his directing of Jurassic Park, just Jurassic Park alone, and then go back and watch it now, that shit still fucking holds up.
It
The
does.
shit he went through to make that shit happen, it changed cinema more than anybody's ever changed cinema.
That's fine.
Maybe not in that movie. I'm just talking about just one movie alone.
That's fine.
And then you go back and look at
It's
it.
like 20 of them. Indiana Jones
Dude.
and E.T. and...
It's crazy. He set
E.T. was Steven Spielberg's E.T., right?
yes.
Okay.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
I mean, he set the bar for the
Back
movie.
to the
The
Future.
problem is, behind.
yeah,
Never mind.
E.T.
The problem is that everybody wanted to copy him, and everything was a watered down version of what he was.
What about Junior? That's an underrated slasher.
Dude, I haven't seen that. I don't even know.
Junior. Ain't nobody
I
gonna
remember
hurt no little
that.
doggy.
I remember that. I
That's
don't
the only
even,
thing I remember from that movie.
we're going deep with the slashers now.
What about oh man, come on, Jaws.
Okay,
That's fucking good.
thriller or horror?
That's horror.
I think it's horror too, but I think we're getting close because it's so good.
But whenever I think thriller,
Oh, no.
I think of like when I think of a thriller, I think of like a fucking very unique, like it's a unique situation where like another
Jaws is horror.
a person is like mentally tormenting you. Oh, you don't want to get killed by Jaws, just don't go in the water. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
but
a hard one, huh?
But I mean, you say that, but I think when people kind of say that to dismiss Jaws, but here's the thing: it's not about okay, that's fine, it's your choice, but there's people in the water,
That's fine, but I think
and
that's what,
you kind of want to go in the water.
but I
sometimes.
feel like that's what makes it not a thriller versus like The Shining. Fucking Shelley Duvall's ugly ass, buck teeth ass
God
is
dang,
in-
sorry,
is
Shelley.
in the house, and it's her husband who's going crazy trying to kill her.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And
you're
she
right.
can't
I like this.
escape.
I think
And,
you're right.
and also
I think
her
you're
kids
right.
with her.
Yeah.
Cujo, that's a thriller. She's
Yeah.
trapped in the car with her son having an asthma
But
attack.
I agree. I think it's a horror movie too, but I think that it's not that far away from a thriller.
I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean. I've made
It's
my point, though.
definitely No, I'm
Yeah.
on your side. I agree with you, but I think that like Shining 75% thriller, maybe.
That's pure psychological thriller to me.
Okay,
There's even
100%,
surreal. There's
yeah.
even surreal.
Okay, well then we'll go. What's another like on the line like horror thriller? Because you're right, that is 100% thriller.
I mean, Psycho is the perfect fucking example.
But there's only like one person that gets slashed up.
Exactly. It's it is a slasher. It's the greatest slasher, arguably, but
If you're gonna consider the slashers the greatest slasher of all time.
no, I don't think so. I think Halloween's a better slasher still. I think it's a better.
Oh
Slasher
yeah, we
still.
just went over that. Yeah, I agree with that.
It might be better than. I mean, it's arguably though. If someone says I think Psycho's
because
the
it's
best slasher
a
of all time,
thriller, man. That movie's a thriller. It's a thriller that's like there's a certain percentage of that movie that's horror and a certain percentage of that movie that's thriller. I think, and I think it's just a little bit more thriller. Maybe it's 51-49, whatever you want to put
Sure.
it. I think that's what it is because I think it's
okay with
most
that.
of it is a thriller. You're putting in the role. You're putting in The Shining, The Silence of the
okay with that.
Lambs. You're putting it in the Saw 1 category. You know.
Yeah. What about Jaws, dude?
Yeah,
It's fucking
Jaws,
terrifying.
It's a horror movie for sure. But there's definitely
What's more impactful in a generation, Jaws or the log truck from Final Destination?
Jaws.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but I like the comp. That's nice.
I
That's
think so,
nice.
too.
That's what. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, people
yeah.
it made generations scared to go in the water.
I know.
Jaws is so good, and the acting and the fucking directing is good.
But at that red light or on the interstate,
Jesus,
there'll be fucking 100 cars
and
lined
you
up.
see them more than you think you would.
Yeah.
You get behind a log truck like once every 3 months.
I wish people looked at my car like the log truck, where they were just like, I don't want to be around you. I want to get away from you as soon as possible.
That's how
like,
cops feel.
They notice you. That's how cops feel.
They feel like they're driving a log. They feel like
yeah.
they're driving a log truck. What's
Yeah.
worse, being behind a cop or being behind a log truck?
I'd rather. Oh man, that's what I'm looking for. That's the comp, man.
What's worse, being behind a cop or a log truck?
Oh man, what's worse, being behind a cop or being behind a log truck?
A cop. The likelihood of the logs
It's a
falling.
cop.
It's
a
a
cop.
It's a cop. I'd rather the logs come out and fucking crush me. No, it's just the likelihood is.
But it depends on who you are, I guess. If you're fucking clean,
I've fucking been pulled over.
If you're fucking, Joe Blow, who's just a good old dude, goes to church on Sunday, got his fucking suit on, he's having a good time, got the kids in the back, it's probably best of the cops there.
Yeah.
But if you're just like us,
Steven Spielberg also helped direct Jaws, by the way.
he's the GOAT. It's not even
So
fucking
good.
arguable.
What about
I hate it too, man. I know it hurts.
I know you haven't watched much David Lynch, but you definitely need to watch David Lynch.
We went over this before, and I've seen some of his
Blue
films.
Velvet,
Blue Velvet,
Twin Peaks,
Mulholland Drive. Is it?
Mulholland
Yeah.
Drive.
Twin Peaks. I thought that what's his name wrote that, but maybe it was directed by him.
The TV show.
Yeah.
So there's a movie that
There's
came out before it. Twin Peaks is David Lynch, just all David Lynch.
Okay, I thought that
I'm
thinking of Two Towers. I'm thinking of Two Towers by Stephen King. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Of.
Yeah,
Not
Twin Peaks and
yeah.
Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. All I think the show and the movie was David Lynch. Oh, Mark
Yeah.
Frost was also involved in that.
What else did David Lynch do? I know we've.
Mulholland Drive, fucking Blue Velvet. That's the ones we just said. He did Elephant Man.
Is that the one with the fucking kid? With
No, sorry, not Elephant Man. Eraserhead.
Okay. I've never
He
seen that.
did Dune, Lost Highway.
I heard.
Oh,
Dune,
he did Elephant Man.
I-
Inland Empire.
I heard Dune was really good.
Wild at Heart. That's a Nick Cage film that David Lynch did. Apparently, that's a really fucking good movie.
Check him out. Yeah, he's definitely got his own style.
But it's like it's not. I mean, you can call it like psychological thriller, but it's like a psychological surreal.
Yeah.
It's not like sci-fi, but it's surrealness.
Would you put into that category? What's the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's the camera guy?
Oh, Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler, kind of like that, kind of.
No, not at all. Like that.
Not at all. Okay.
You can't categorize
Okay.
this. Think of like whenever I say surreal, I mean like the scene in The Shining where he goes back up to the hotel and the lady's in the bathtub.
Okay. The comp to that, right?
whole
there,
movie's like that.
Scene. The comp to that
That's surreal.
is yeah, I got you. Is Pet Cemetery when the lady with the scoliosis back problems in the bed, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so David Lynch, all of his movies,
are like
the
that.
entire movie is like that.
See, that's
Fucking terrifying.
It's a fine line between like really goofy, which is all good, anything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Blue Velvet is like it feels like a slasher. I don't even know that anybody dies in the movie, but God, it's good. It's
okay,
like a fucking
Requiem for a Dream. Are we talking about like
Kinda like that?
kind
Yeah,
of
that's
like
surreal. That's surrealism.
Psycho.
That's
Yeah, I
surrealism.
got you.
So Blue Velvet though is not like that. Blue Velvet is it's more like a detective type movie, but it feels like a slasher. But it's got damn, what's his name? How'd you look at it? Super big actor. Dennis Hopper.
Okay, yeah, I know Dennis Hopper.
And Laura Dern, which is in a lot of David Lynch films, but Blue Velvet, it's a must-watch for you.
Yeah, I've always seen
Mystery, that's the
Yeah,
category.
mystery,
It's a
yeah.
mystery movie, but dude, it's got like it feels like a slasher. Like there's one point Dennis Hopper's like a fucking sex addict, and he keeps fucking with this prostitute kinda, and then the detective ends up getting roped in. Like he's like illegally fucking breaking into this bitch's house, and he's hiding in her closet. And Dennis Hopper comes in, he's got this gas mask on, and he's like getting off on like some weird shit.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And then obviously the detective ends up getting found out, but it's a good fucking movie. There's
Y'all
one
still
scene.
haven't. Go ahead.
There's one scene where Dennis Hopper's like, "What kind of beer do you like?" And he's talking to the young detective, and he's like, "Heineken." He's like, "Heineken? Fuck that shit.
Shit's
Pabst
nasty.
Blue Ribbon."
Oh,
and it's like shitty acting, but it's like old school like OG slasher acting. It's fucking good. It's a must watch for you.
Yeah.
Shout,
Okay,
shout,
nice.
shout out Jeremiah. He's a big David Lynch guy.
Yeah, I've known
Can you pass
that.
me that water?
Yeah.
Thank you a lot.
Yeah, I kind of got that he was a big David Lynch
Yeah,
guy.
which I get it. He's
when
a weirdo.
it was on his letterbox when I
It's
went
good
to
shit.
Adam.
It's fucking very good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. He got you some movies and popcorn for
Dude,
you
that's
for the
perfect.
wedding.
That's
That's a
perfect.
really fucking cool gift. Other horror movies, man.
Oh, it's actually on Max right now. Blue Velvet is.
Okay, nice. It's good to have a movie podcast.
Let's try to get them to watch. Let's try to watch it tonight.
Okay, yeah.
We should. I've been trying to get my mom and dad to watch it. I don't know about yours.
You got to be careful with them when it comes to.
They'll like it. They're like Dennis Hopper, so they'll like the movie.
Yeah, maybe I just try to get y'all to watch Terrifier.
I need to watch it. What's it on?
Hulu or Netflix?
Not a sponsor.
One of the two. I think it's Netflix. Yeah.
There's no way it's on Netflix, right?
Seems a little dark for Netflix.
Yeah, Terrifier.
Might be Prime. I think it's Prime.
Oh, that sounds right. Dang, that bitch hot as fuck.
Yeah, I think it's Prime.
Who's that dark-headed girl? It's on Roku, Amazon Prime.
It's wild. It's a wild.
Who is this? Laura Lavera.
The greatest slasher since
Scream. We did talk about that too on the last episode.
We did.
That's now.
I remember that one.
Okay, let's see. Best slashers.
We just talked horror movies for an hour.
We can keep going.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
All right, I put up best slashers of the 2000s. I'm okay with just still going. The Strangers. That was 2008.
Dude, great horror movie.
Is Terrifier better than that?
Yeah.
Okay, what about Trick or Treat?
That's the other one. It's between Strangers, Trick or Treat, because
Collector. There's some good shit in here.
There's Trick or Treat right there. Like you see a sticker of it. There's you're seeing a lot of kids go to that costume. So it's
Laid to Rest. That was one that Mom always loved.
Laid to Rest.
It was okay. It was kind of slow, but it had some fucking intense moments in it for sure.
Yeah, Trick or Treat is one of those movies that it's starting to pick up as far as like a cult classic for modern kids.
Club Dread.
Oh man, I don't know if I've seen that, but I don't really.
It's got Jack Black in it. He plays a Jamaican.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
That movie.
Well, he was also in something else as a Jamaican. He was like an Islander with dreads. It was like I Know What You Did Last Summer 2.
No, I think that's what's making fun of.
Well, he was actually
what
in
the
that.
Fuck? Club Dread is the cast of fucking Super Troopers.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about that.
Look up I Know What You Did Last Summer and look at the cast, the second one, because he was also in one of those.
Okay, so maybe it's not Club Dread that Jack Black was in. I thought he was in there.
Okay, so we're talking about the same Jack Black. Yeah, it's I Know What You Did Last Summer too. I think.
You said it's the second one?
Yeah.
I still remember What You Did Last Summer. Is that what that's called?
Maybe that sounds right. I probably would. It could be worded that way.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Actually,
it could be. I still know. So
it's
what
not
you did.
the first one.
It's not the first one. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, it's the second one for sure. Because they go to the island.
Okay, that's okay. You're thinking of the right movie then. I think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He gets killed, but he has the dreads. He's like the Islander guy.
I do remember that movie because that's from that island where it's like not like a lighthouse, but it's like raining the whole time on that resort.
Yep. They keep it dark and gloomy.
Holy shit, Mark Boone Jr. He's a pawn shop owner in that movie. He is a big actor in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, nice.
Damn, dude, this is so crazy who all acted and everything.
No, it's fun to get us together because we're gonna pull up some wild shit.
Yeah, we don't ever really get to talk about movies like this.
Yeah,
Jack Black. This is gonna be a good episode. This is gonna be what am I fucking?
This is
the
gabagool.
This is gonna be a good episode. Wow. Yeah, I still know what you did last summer. He was the Jamaican guy. Okay, that's what we're thinking about. Yep. Club Dread is making fun of that.
Oh, okay.
Kinda.
Okay.
But not really. They're on a beach and it's a club and there's people getting murdered. I thought Jack Black was in that. Maybe he just wasn't showing up.
I've seen all the Jack Black movies. Down to Envy.
Yeah, I just was about to say that one. Who else was in Envy? Was that
Ben
Stiller?
Ben Stiller, yep. Where does the shit go? We want to know.
He's so young. He called the shit. He called the shit poop.
Dude, Ben Stiller is so underrated, man, for comedy.
Wasn't Jack Black in Cable Guy?
Yeah.
He was his buddy. He was the dude's buddy.
Yeah, who had the short hair that had the dark.
Main actor's buddy.
Yeah, where you could tell that Jack Black, his best friend.
I'm not a fan of that dude. The main actor in Cable Guy? Not Jim Carrey, the other guy.
Matthew Broderick.
That's him.
I don't like him either.
He's such a dick shit.
I told Heather that the other day. Was watching Only Murders in the Building, and he's in season 3.
Movies.
And Matthew Broderick,
he's such a fucking dickweed.
Yeah, he is.
He's in that movie, or he's in a new show called
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, all that shit.
No, what's the new show out on Netflix? It's like a documentary.
He is in a show like that. Yeah,
Painkiller.
Maybe.
Where it's about the guy that
he
falls off he falls off like a bulldozer and breaks his fucking back and gets hooked on Oxycontin. And Matthew Broderick is the guy pushing the movement for Oxycontin. It's a documentary on Oxycontin.
That's right.
I've heard that show's good as fuck.
I heard it was good too.
I watched the first episode and it kind of grabbed my attention, but me and Gabby started watching The Bear. Still hadn't watched any more episodes since then.
Oh, you know what's good.
So busy.
Though.
We're so busy.
I get it.
So busy.
I get it.
I haven't watched anything.
There's,
I did play Resident Evil last night though.
Sometimes
I got 3 of the crests. I got to get the other one with the little blue gem.
Dude, I've been playing Head Coach 09, and it's been,
yeah. You talked about that.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a fresh start, and I feel like it's what we want in a Madden franchise.
The question is, are we missing anything from horror movies?
Oh, we're missing.
We touched on a lot.
We touched on a lot.
We touched on a lot.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's Halloween, man. We gotta give them a fucking.
Oh,
we know we got.
Going,
I do too. I'm loving the fucking horror talk. We have so much inspiration around the table too. Yeah, Hellraiser. We've talked about that one. It's weird. It's just there's sex is always tied to the slashers.
Well, I mean, a lot of me and Jacob.
The acting's never good.
Me and Jacob talked about this. I don't know how long. This is probably whenever we watched Oppenheimer and Barbie. I think me and Jacob. We were actually hanging out at Noah's place, and we were in the pool fucking drinking. I grilled some burgers. We were talking about horror movies. And we were talking about how a lot of serial killers, murder is like a sexual thing to them. Like killing a person, like, sexually arouses them. And that's why they do it. Just like in the way whenever you have sex, it fucking feels great. And like all the dopamine and shit hits, and serotonin hits your blood and like in your brain and everything, all the chemicals. Those same chemicals happen whenever a serial killer murders someone.
I bet that's.
And so that's probably the reason why sex and horror and like slasher are always tied in together.
Maybe I like that.
I mean,
see that. Yeah, makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
The math checks out, bro.
I mean, you look at 90% of the fucking male. I mean, you talk about like Ed Gein Jr., right? Mm-hmm. Not Ted Gein Jr.
Oh man,
it's not even Ed Gein Jr. It's
good
just Ed Gein.
Return specialist.
Yeah, what a game.
Not such a good receiver.
It's just Ed Gein. He was the
clown. Or the clown makeup. Yeah.
He was super like fucking weird and like would like get dudes to like pose for him and like do sexual shit like he's doing porn shoots. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Also another fucking weirdo.
Why are all the murderers white dudes?
Probably.
There's something there that I don't want to get into it. I don't know.
I
just mean
I kind of want to get into it.
I mean, like outside of this podcast, like I don't know if I want to like go down that rabbit hole. It just seems weird to me.
I think I got a theory on that.
There's something that causes that naturally, and I
got a theory on that.
I don't know what is it?
I think a lot of white parents, they want to try to hide who they were before they had kids and not be open to their kids about who they actually are. Okay. I feel like a lot of kids feel like if they're not perfect, then they're not going to be like accepted by their parents or by other people because their parents portray this perfectionist quality.
Yeah, maybe.
And so there's probably a big disconnect between the kid and the parent.
But to say that exists only in the white race seems like that's what makes me wonder. Because if you look at the numbers, it seems like it's majority white.
Maybe it's not that. Maybe another thing is that,
which is weird.
I think it's definitely upbringing because you don't ever see.
Yeah, it's definitely upbringing. Yeah,
it's definitely upbringing, but it's also, I mean, we're Americans, and 90% of them, or fucking a massive percent of America is white people.
I'm willing to say that. I think that's part of it, but I think that even with that being said, if you was to compare that number with like the percentage of Americans, which I think is like 75% of Americans are white, maybe it's like 60 at this. It's definitely getting down. It's getting lower and lower because I mean that's just what happens with evolution. But
name a black serial killer.
Candyman.
Was he actually black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Candyman was black. That's the only one I got.
I'm curious. Who is the actual Candyman? Let's find out.
Oh, he's iconic. Definitely a top 20.
I typed in original Candyman as if it's a movie. I mean, it is a movie, but I wanted to find out the killer.
Yeah. You say Candyman in the mirror 5 times, like the kind of
like
that.
That was a real person, though, right?
Oh, a real person,
a real serial killer.
Yeah, I can't.
A real black serial killer.
I can't tell you. Yeah.
You think that's because
I don't know why I thought of movies.
I know this is a little political, but do you think that's because people just associate whenever a black person kills somebody, it's just gang activity, or like they kill a series of people that is associated with that? Because like even whenever Aaron Hernandez did it, that motherfucker was a serial killer, and people still refer to him as a gang. It was gang violence.
There might be something to that, and
that's way closer to white than it is to black. I really wonder if there's something there.
Yeah,
I can't think of a single. I mean, I'm gonna fucking type it in.
Aaron Hernandez was definitely a serial killer.
Yeah, and they did make a fucking documentary about it, which is fair.
Yeah. Yeah, you know they're gonna profit off of other people's
black serial
suffering.
Killers. Carl Eugene Watts. That's familiar as fuck. I know that name.
They don't ring a bell like Jeffrey Dahmer.
They called it the Sunday Morning Slasher. Okay, that's definitely.
What about the hash slinging slasher?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, shout out.
Black serial killers, John Wayne Gacy. I don't think that's
white dude,
right one.
Yeah, that's wrong dude. Wrong. Yeah, we need to get some of you. If for the small percentage of women who listen to this podcast, it seems like women really could tell us more about this.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like I've kind of started to correlate conspiracy theories as like the men's side of obsession with weird shit, and like serial killers is the weird side of like that's the
what
comp,
if it's just because white dudes are way weirder than black dudes, and black dudes can just get pussy, and black dudes are like, damn, I gotta kill and rape this bitch.
Oh man, it could be something like that.
John Wayne Gacy is the ugly motherfucker. American serial killer and sex offender who raped, tortured, and murdered at least 33 young men and boys.
They're always weird fucking.
They're always weird fucking white dudes.
Jeffrey Dahmer who was the Ted Bundy or whoever?
Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a fucking handsome dude though.
He was not that good looking to me.
Ted Bundy was like not that bad though.
He wasn't bad. He's the best looking of the
he
fucking
was a fucking
killers.
Lawyer.
He's the best looking of the killers, but he just looked like old fucking dude.
Ted Bundy was white dude, fucking good jawline, dark hair.
He's the best. Yeah, I'm looking at him now. A little bit better.
I mean, that's creepy looking. That's a
definitely
creepy picture.
Yeah, but he's gonna always look creepy because we know he killed
a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. Ted Bundy is definitely
Ted Bundy looked like. I mean, what about Charles fucking Manson?
Oh no, he looked like a fucking crazy dude.
Yeah, you know why he looked like that?
Because it was apparently they was feeding him LSD as like the government was for like a. If you read the book Chaos, it kind of goes in depth with all the people, like the government feeding them LSD is like a fucking
Zac Efron playing
project.
Ted Bundy is amazing.
I could see that. That's a good.
Didn't that happen?
Yeah, it did.
I mean, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I can see that being good.
Especially with his Botox face.
Zac Efron has a Botox face?
You haven't seen that?
I don't know. I haven't looked at Zac Efron since he was like in Disney or something. Since he blew up. Remember when he blew up like 2010?
He's blowing up all right.
I know he looked like Lord Farquaad there for a little bit. I kept seeing memes about that.
This is sad. Like, he was a handsome dude. I gotta show you this. You see that?
Yeah.
I could unplug the charger.
I mean, as he gets older, he starts to look like Tom Brady. You know, like why does your face look like you just shaved the fucking like your jaw out, and like now you have like a line here where like your jaw sunk in? It's like what's going on here, dude? One of the movies I watched recently, a modern horror film that I liked was Cadaver.
Cadaver.
It's a foreign film.
Oh, okay, it's probably good then.
Yeah, right.
It's probably every foreign film I've ever fucking seen is great.
Yeah, it's a foreign film, but it's a little goofy. So don't go in expecting like The Shining, but it's a thriller.
Okay,
it's a thriller, but it's a horror thriller. So like 75% thriller, 25% horror. This like country is apparently going through. I was a little drunk when I watched it. This country was going through.
Let's just pull up this.
No. I can take like it's in a war zone, like very impoverished area. Impoverished.
It's
I'm
like
slurring. Yeah, it's
hey,
like
can we take a piss break and then come back and do this?
Yeah, we'll get back into it.
All right, Cadaver. We'll be back, guys.
All right,
cheers. Now
cheers. We're back. Yeah, Cadaver, dude, is wild horror movie, but I think it does line up like more thriller than it does horror. But there is like a dark side that makes you like, okay, this is a fucking horror movie. So like, there's this guy, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's this hotel, right, and it looks like the Grand Budapest Hotel. It's fucking massive, like this massive hotel, and the city is like just like just there's nothing. It's bare bones. Like people are starving. There's dead people on the sidewalks. Like it is doom and gloom. The ashes are falling from the sky like it's Silent Hill. You know, it's
that's bad. Yeah,
it's death.
Silent Hill was never a movie, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it really?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
After the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then probably not good then, like Resident Evil. That's why we didn't talk about
it. It's not bad.
Okay. Better than Resident Evil movies?
About the same.
Okay,
honestly.
so not good.
So not good.
Yep. So
not
like
bad.
I said, that's why we didn't talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep going. Yep.
And
doom and gloom, ashes falling from the sky.
And there's this guy on like the curb, like the local town square curb, like ringing this bell, talking about, "We'll give you free food. Come to this show. We'll give you free food." You know, the hotel has money they want to give back to the society or whatever, and come to the show. We'll give you free food. And you know what? The family's like, you know what? We're gonna have a fucking good day.
Oh, this is the aftermath of a nuclear disaster.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess I could have just said that.
Yep.
But like I said, I had a lot of drinks before this. So I'm trying to paint the picture.
You're starting the process now too.
Exactly. So they go to the show and they say during the show it's this grand fucking
Budapest
hotel.
hotel.
Yes.
Got
yeah.
it.
And and they're like, okay. They hand out. They feed all their people. They hand out these golden masks and they say, keep this mask. Because this shows that you're a guest. You're in the audience. Everything in this hotel is...
I'm already liking this.
Everything in this hotel can be explored. Whatever you want to do. The hotel is up to you. But there are everything that you see, every person you see without a golden mask is a paid actor. Just know that.
Really?
Yeah. And then that's really the
premise.
The premise.
I saw you. Yeah,
premise.
that's how you doing that.
Yeah, it's really the premise, honestly. Okay. So
honestly,
it's
no
honestly,
cap.
really, to be
No
honest,
cap.
no cap, bruh. but it's a good horror movie. It's definitely for modern horror. It's pretty solid.
The actress in that movie, Lenora, her name in real life is Gitwit.
Gitwit.
Yeah, Gitte.
Is that one name? Gitwit?
No, that's her first and last name.
Gitwit.
Gittewitt.
Wow.
Get with it.
It gets get with it. It gets a little goofy at times, like all horror movies do.
Okay.
Horror movies do.
Horror movies.
Yeah, but it's a good movie though.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend it.
I talked about that one thriller, Frozen. Remember that? It was so like the concept is like a guy and his girlfriend, his best friend, they go on a little skiing trip, and they're trying to save money. It's like it's like the very end of the night. They go up and the girl's trying to flirt with the fucking guy that's running the ski lift.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, let us on."
I think it's coming.
And then he finally is like, "All right, fuck it." And then the guy and the best friend run up and they're like, "Haha, we're getting on too." And so he rides with her, and then the guy that's running the lift. He walks off, or no, he doesn't walk off, but his buddy comes up and he's like, "Hey, it's time to leave, whatever." He's like, "Well, I got still one more couple, or 3 more people coming off of a lift, so please wait on them." And then another 3 people come up that was ahead of the other people, and it comes off, and then he shuts the lift down.
Okay.
And it's nighttime in the middle of the fucking winter with snow coming down, and they're stuck on the lift.
Frozen.
It was the wrong 3 people.
Oh,
So the guy and the girlfriend and the best friend are stuck on this lift. Middle of the night, fucking freezing. Like it's about to start snowing. Snow's already 8 foot deep. Like it's crazy. And then like the principle of the movie is them surviving the fucking night, and
it's always interesting.
Very psychological thriller.
It's always interesting when I see shit like that.
It's solid. It's
because
a solid movie.
That sounds, I like the premise. Like when I watched Nomadland, there's a scene where she sleeps in
That's
her.
Frances McDormand.
Yeah, she sleeps in her car or in her van, and then they're in like Minnesota or somewhere. I can't remember exactly where they're at.
Sounds like Frances McDormand.
Exactly. She's in that setting.
Yeah.
There's definitely Minnesotans.
Minnesota.
Minnesotans.
Sounds like a fucking Game of Thrones.
What is this, a museum?
Wow. Call it Smithsonian. I made a discovery.
Yeah.
Shout out Avery Brothers.
And you're like, she tries to sleep in her van, and like the lady comes out and is like, "Are you okay out here?" You know, because she's in a parking lot, and like, "Are you okay out here?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine, And they're like, "Okay, it's gonna get really cold tonight." And like last December, it was like 3 degrees here. We tried to. I was like, "We're gonna be fine. Like the house is insulated.
Cold as fuck.
We're upstairs. Like we'll throw like 3 or 4 blankets on. We'll get through the night. The
It doesn't
power will be
help.
back on." We would have died in that motherfucker, dude. I don't know if we would have died, but we wouldn't have been far from it.
3 degrees is cold as fuck.
Been sick as fuck.
Yeah.
She would have died in that fucking van.
Yeah. Unless you turned it on and turned the heat on all night.
Yeah, but that's not the situation she was in
No.
because she was living out of the car. You know,
If you're
can't
living
just-
out of your car, you ain't got gas like
you
that.
don't have
ain't gonna
gas
do
like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
I got gas.
oh,
I might have
gas.
done to keep the car
Sunday
warm.
morning on the Sunday live
I
show.
got a shit in the car and it's hot for the rest of the night.
Yeah, just steaming.
Ugh.
Fuck, dude. God, they stink.
Shout out to the OGs. They heard that one.
They did. They did. Yeah. But Frozen, that's one of the underrated movies.
Yeah, that's a
I know
good
you've
one.
talked about it.
That's a pretty good one. What about oh man, what was this movie? It was what about like the cannibal stuff?
The cannibal stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
There was one.
Depends on what it is.
Scarce. It was like a snow movie. I vaguely remember. It was about like some dude that gets like his car breaks down on the side of the road. It might have been Minnesota too. His car breaks down on the side of the road, and naturally he starts looking around trying to find somebody, and there's a cabin out in the woods that he sees, and he goes out there, and fucked up shit happens. He
Yeah,
ends up
yeah.
getting roped into this shit. And now these people are trying to hunt him, kind of like the Most Dangerous Game. In a little bit. Most Dangerous Game is honestly a borderline horror type thing. It's action, but
yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool concept for a horror movie. What about the damn TV show? It's huge. The American Horror Story.
Seeing the first one, after that, it seems like it kind of got more towards.
I feel like
That director kind of sexualizes a lot of things.
I mean, yeah,
which kind of
that's
gets
fair.
annoying.
It's annoying for sure, but is it? I mean,
You get that in all slashers, but
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
But-
are we not appreciating American Horror Story enough?
because of that, I don't
Because
know.
no, because I mean, like we want to be like, oh, we're like the old guys that are like, oh, Greta Van Fleet. They just want to sound like everyone else.
The hipsters.
Are we just being too hipster for American Horror Story?
I don't know. I can't say. I did like season 1, but after that, I didn't really look into it. So
Didn't you say you started watching Haunting of Hill House?
yeah, it's pretty solid so far. I've only gotten like 3 episodes in
Okay.
so far. Pretty good.
You need to watch Hannibal on Netflix.
Okay, I heard that was good.
Solid. I
Yeah.
think it might have moved to Hulu.
I heard.
pull that
Yeah,
up, Jamie.
I heard that was good.
Yeah, that one's it's got some fucked up shit. Yes, Hulu. It's got some fucked up scenes in it. Mads Mikkelsen is
Mads Mikkelsen.
that's the dude that plays Hannibal Lecter.
That's definitely a made up name, right?
I don't know.
That's a made up name.
I mean,
There's
he's
no way.
European.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, MadsMikkelsen.
Is that a real name?
And the way it's spelled makes me think it's not. He's a former gymnast. He's Danish,
Okay.
but he's a pretty good actor. He's actually a very underrated actor. I feel like from that movie or
But-
from that show.
But Cadaver is there's a lot of cool ass shots in that movie. And the movie, when you get done, it's not like some
That is his real name.
classic slasher. This is like kind of like I said, thriller horror / just really good movie, really good horror film. I think it's not one that I would recommend to someone who doesn't watch horror, but it is definitely one that I would recommend towards people who are like looking for a modern
Okay,
horror
there you go.
film.
It's 2020.
That's really good. It's solid. Yeah,
That's
it's,
cool.
it's definitely worth a watch.
Mads Mikkelsen's dad's name is Lars Mikkelsen. It's a real name.
Okay,
This
damn.
is real name. Mads Dittman.
Mads Mikkelsen was not the one. I like Mads. I've never heard anybody be called Mads.
Yeah, that's Danish. I mean, maybe that's
Yeah,
just.
I
He
think.
was a former gymnast and dancer. That's kind of interesting. He's 57.
That is interesting.
I mean, that's almost like some European ass
Yeah,
shit, right?
yeah.
Europeans is just some weird shit.
It's interesting. When
If
you
it ain't
are-
race cars and fucking drinking beer and NASCAR, I don't want it.
It's weird being in this area, right? And kind of feeling like I love to embrace my southern roots. But some things are just like kind of annoying from southern roots.
Like what?
Like Southern Baptists.
Oh yeah, yeah, we went there quick.
But we're gonna move on.
What's Penny Dreadful?
Penny Dreadful? I don't know Penny Dreadful.
Horror. It's a show. Horror show.
Sounds like a CW show. Does it not? With like
It's on Showtime.
chiseled jawlines?
It's on Showtime.
Okay, I don't know.
Many people are familiar with the classic literature characters like Dr. Frankenstein and Dorian Gray. Penny Dreadful brings those and other characters into a new light by exploring their origin stories in this psychological thriller that takes place in the dark corners of Victorian London. And then it talks about the characters, which is fine. I won't read that. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it does.
What about Black Mirror? That's horror.
That's what I meant to mention to you the other day. Have you not watched any more of it?
No, I watched the one episode that you showed me.
That one night.
I gotta watch more.
Yeah, now's the time. It's horror.
Okay with
It's
that.
Halloween.
Yeah,
it's
it's
October.
Halloween. It's Halloween. It's October. It's horror.
Treat
One of those.
yourself, dude. Black Mirror is one of the greatest shows out there, especially for this time.
Supernatural. That's another like almost horror type,
Yeah,
horror-esque.
it's supernatural.
It is supernatural, it's paranormal, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Horror movies, modern horror movies. What do I like?
Jennifer's Body.
Nah, Get Out.
Get Out. That was okay.
Get Out was good.
It was okay.
The hype though was like they built
Hush,
it up.
Hush was a good slasher. I thought about that.
It
last
was that
episode.
was pretty good. Yeah, I remember liking that. How would you describe Shaun of the Dead as someone who's never seen it? And do you think it's like you just kind of got to get it?
You just kind of gotta get it. If I was gonna show somebody Shaun of the Dead, I'd be like, it's a
Like get like I haven't seen Shaun of
it's
the
a
Dead.
horror movie with
Get
dick
me
and
in-
fart jokes.
Yeah, but not even. It's a little more clever.
A
than
lot
that.
of fart jokes. A
There's
lot of dick
definitely-
jokes.
It's a little bit. There's a little bit of
He
that.
said, "Oh, you had a message. Liz called and asked if y'all are going out tonight. Then what does he say? He says Liz called and asked if you're taking her out to eat tonight, and then your mom called and asked if I was going to eat her out tonight.
Yeah. Liz rang and wanted to know if y'all was going to eat out tonight, and then your mom rang and wanted to know if I was going to eat her out tonight. And it just like he didn't hear it. It just blows over, and they just keep talking.
No, he hears it. He
he hears it.
ignores
He just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't register.
It's dick and fart
he doesn't
jokes.
care. He's like whatever. But but it's played out as if he didn't. You know.
Right.
But you know he
No,
does.
he does. No, he plays out if he does hears it.
Does
he
he?
addresses it. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Okay. But yeah, but it's
Dick and fart jokes.
it's so
and zombies.
it's so overdone for the two actors in the movie. Like for the two characters in the movie,
Yeah.
it's so overdone that he just like doesn't.
I'm sorry, Sean.
You get red on.
I just gave you the dick. I just gave you the fart. There's the jokes.
Yeah. Yes.
And then zombies.
It's a classic.
Good character development. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a good fucking movie.
Especially for guys. I think it's really for horror fans and comedy fans, but it's really for like drinkers too.
It's
Like,
for drinkers. I mean, that's a lot of British movies.
yeah.
You look at all of the movies they did together. Hot Fuzz, they are in a pub.
Yep.
What's the other one?
The Golden Mile.
Golden Mile, yeah. It's all about pubs.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead going to the Winchester.
going to the Winchester, yeah.
Ah, so good.
That's great. It's
Video
for people that like to
games.
drink beer.
What are video games that scared you that were horror? I mean, we've talked about Resident Evil like religiously on the show, but
yeah, that scared me for sure, but not really. There was a few jump scares in here and there. Fear.
Fear was good.
Fear
yeah,
got me
scary as
good.
fuck. Outlast. I don't know if you ever played Outlast.
Yeah, I did play the original Outlast. That was so
was
fucking good.
Scary as fuck. Yeah.
The oh man, that game ended. It was just too short. Outlast was too short.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you're like in the locker and
Dead Space was good.
Dead Space was really good. Yeah.
What's that new game?
Callisto.
Callisto Effect.
I've been thinking about looking.
I've watched
into
the
that game.
play. I've watched
Looks
people play that.
Good.
There's a guy on fuck, what's his name on YouTube? It's like it's not sandwiches or sandwiches. It's some fucking weird shit. But he does like the hardest achievements on games. And there's one in the Callisto Effect beating on like the hardest difficulty and like some other shit. And he went through that one, and that one's fucking that's tough, dude. It's like so crazy watching these people go through this stuff.
Dude, Danny was telling me about a guy. Like apparently there's a challenge right now that's you have to go all 5 Soul games: Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Bloodborne without getting hit once. It's a speed run right now, and only one person has done it.
I'm surprised that one person has done it.
Yeah, and it's taken months. I'm
sure.
Several months.
It's insane.
But one person apparently has done it.
Imagine getting to the last one and you fucking take a hit.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, oh my God.
That's horrible.
Was he coked up? That's my question.
Yes.
I know I would be. I'm going to be honest with you. If I was going for that, like that challenge.
You'd be coked up? No, you'd be Adderalled up.
Same, dude, that's the same shit.
Yeah, but
it's an upper. It's a fucking high tense upper.
I don't know if I'd be Adderall up. I would just be sad.
You're either like
I'd just be depressed.
Yeah, that was what I was telling him. I was like, if I was to go for that,
right?
which I don't have any intention to go for something like that, you got to be hyper focused. And I think that the uppers are going to help with that. Maybe that's not what that guy used, but
Sandwiches, that's it.
Sandwiches?
Yeah, dude does some fucking insane challenges. I'll go to his account. I'll read out like one of the achievements he goes for. And he does one that he just posted out. So I tried the most annoying achievements on Xbox, the top 5, and it's like fucking Halo and fuck Mortal Kombat's on there. He has one where he goes for all. You remember the new God of War?
Yeah.
He went for all of the, or not the God of War, but the God of War 3. You remember all the challenges you had to do on it?
Yeah.
He went for all those. The one on Red Dead Redemption 2, where you go for all the stars on the challenges after.
Yeah, he maxed that out.
Yeah, he went for that.
That's
there's an achievement where that's not maxing it out, but it's like
he's a grinder.
Yeah, he's a grinder. He's fucking good at this shit
he's
too.
A grinder.
It was like one with Dead Space. He did one with the Callisto Effect, or Callisto Protocol. That's what it is, not Effect.
What are like nostalgia games for you?
We've talked about this.
I know we have
a lot. Spyro.
We might have talked about this on the last podcast.
We might have Spyro, and we did Jack and Daxter. You said, what's the first video game I remember playing?
That's it. Yeah, I don't know why I've been so curious about that. I guess because I've been playing Head Coach 09. That's why I've been wondering.
You asked me that. You asked me the Super Bowl question. I'm curious why you're so curious about my nostalgia.
Because I want to know like the time period that you find nostalgic, so I can recommend some games for you.
Okay.
To give you even more nostalgia, or even more like some kind of feel from that period, because it's nice to go back and play Head Coach 09. Dude, I got this like running back that's supposed to be like they're like you can't just like I went out there like my first season. I was like, I'm not going to look anything up. I'm just gonna roll. So
does it go through and let you like get rookies afterward?
You can go 15 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you don't control any players, but everything outside of that you control. So like your offense coordinators have.
So you call the play calls and everything.
It's a fucking
coaching simulator.
It's a coaching simulator RPG. It's like all your head coach, all like your trainers, quarterback coach, running back coach, like that shit matters. Like, and you get points.
This just seems super in depth.
It's what
Final Fantasy Tactics
before I bought it, I was like, let me just look at some reviews just to make sure I'm just like over romanticizing this game.
Sure.
And I like
that. I like the terminology.
And I pull it up and I'm like, and in Reddit the top comment was like, this game will ruin Madden for you. And I'm like,
oh no.
If you're here looking for what you're looking for, it's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what? Say that again.
If you're here looking for what you're looking for, it's what you're looking for. So,
all right, just making sure I heard that right.
But I mean, dude, it's what you're looking for.
That's what you're looking for. Okay.
And you create like I was like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to create a playbook, and I'm only going to use the creative plays. So like, and inside the game, depending on how many times, not necessarily. I've played like
with football.
Oh, for sure. But that's always been an obsession for me. That's why I run 2 fantasy leagues. That's why we do a Sunday live.
It's a real problem.
I love football. I love the game of football.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a broadcaster for a reason. I'm starting to when I listen to Al Michaels call a game, I'm like, oh my God, this guy he's the best announcer of all time.
Right. And you really start to appreciate that more whenever we're starting to do a live show on it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, the Romos, the Troy Aikman, Joe Buck are good. As annoying as they are, they're good at their job.
Yeah.
I went back and listened to them. They're good at their job. Al Michaels, the fucking GOAT.
But I love Romo because of his heart and soul.
You need Romo with Al Michaels because Al Michaels
tones it back a little bit to professionalism.
he's too professional.
Yeah.
He's too technical. That's how Al Michaels is. Like, a lot of things doesn't get him excited, so you get like a very like boring voice.
Right.
Or like a very monotone voice. But then you have the color commentator, that's what his job is.
It's like, oh my God, I can't believe the safety moved over 3 inches just to make that play.
Yes.
If he wanted to move over those 3 inches, I don't really think he would have got there to stop that pass from Travis Kelce to Travis Kelce.
That's why they gave Romo all the money, is because Romo can bring the color, the excitement, and Al Michaels is not going to fuck up. He's a technical pro.
He is not going to fuck up.
No, he's not going to fuck up.
Chris Collinsworth is another one like that.
Chris Collinsworth is, a lot of people hate Chris Collinsworth, but he's good.
He's fucking
He's
great.
fucking good. His son's good as fuck, too, and you can see the influence when you listen to him broadcast.
What does he do?
He does like sideline reports, like with like Rodney Harrison and shit like
cool.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah, he did one with I can't remember. It's him and like I forget the crew that's with him, but he's good too. But
fuck yeah.
Yeah. I want to. When I get done with Head Coach 09, I'm gonna let you borrow the PS3 and
good. I want to play the Resident Evil 2.
Got the Resident Evils on there. Got the Final Fantasy Tactics on there.
I got that after Resident Evil 2.
Got Dino Crisis, Legend of Dragoon. I got all the fucking games that matter from PS1 on there.
Yeah, right now I'm playing Resident Evil 1 with Jill on an original, and then I'm gonna go back on Chris on arranged.
Yeah, I wish. It's cool because I got like a lot of people into the Resident Evil franchise that I didn't think, like, that seems like, when you think about Resident Evil, do you think you can get like modern people into Resident Evil?
I try to get Noah into it, but
he wasn't
really into scary stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel like most people
scary games, anyways.
Yeah, and the controls are kind of weird too.
They're very weird
because it's early stages of gaming.
But I told him to go play the original, or not the remake for Resident Evil 1. It's great. It's fucking awesome.
I really like the remake. I hope they come out.
Resident Evil 2.
I hope they come out with something a little more modern for that remake, because
I think Code Veronica and Resident Evil 5 are next on the list, and Resident Evil 9.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I think that's the next three on the list.
I think you're right.
I hope they do redo Code Veronica, because I need to go play that.
Yeah, Resident Evil 1 remake will be way.
I think that's on the Super Console X.
But it will be,
Code Veronica. So I want to go back and play that, the original.
Code Veronica's good. I never beat it, but I played it at Danny's house and played I was at the end.
Cool.
For whatever reason, I didn't go back that day to play.
I might go play that after Resident Evil 1, but man, it's been a good podcast.
Dude, it always is.
It always is. A lot of horror movie talk. October. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
We're coming up.
Friday the 13th was yesterday.
Yeah,
we had to get in a horror podcast, and it felt good.
Yeah, but once again, guys, thanks for joining into the Brew Collar Podcast.
Oh, yeah. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon.
Go on Spotify for, give us a rating, 5 stars. Don't forget this podcast is sponsored by Victory Apparel. If you guys need any shirts, anything like that, they're the same people that are making all of our Brew Collar Podcast shirts. So if you're interested in a Brew Collar Podcast shirt, could get you one of those. That's all I got, man. You got anything else?
No, I think that's it, man. Check in. Please, I know this podcast is going to come out after the 10:30 podcast, the live, not podcast, but the 10:30 live show. Please tune into the 10:30 live show on Sundays. We go over the fantasy matchups, the under-overs, the betting odds, the who you should start, the tough fantasy questions. We're answering all fantasy questions in the comment section. Please tune into that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, we're hitting these fucking odds at over 2/3 rate.
We're hitting them.
Yeah, we're over 66% right now.
Yeah.
So if you follow all of our odds, you're going to make money.
Yeah, easy.
It makes me, I was talking to the guy at work. I was like, dude, why don't we start fucking betting on these?
I thought about it.
But
the only reason I haven't is because how addictive I can be, and I don't want to be addictive with money.
What if we just put like $1 on every one of them?
I kind of like the ladder bets where you saw someone throw $10 down, and you got to pick the first touchdown of this game is going to be Roshan Johnson. The second touchdown of this game is going to be blah blah blah. Like just the mat, you stack the ladder bets.
What do you call that? It's not a ladder bet. It's parlay.
It's same thing.
Parlay,
same thing. Yeah, parlays are more for like games. Like I'll pick the unders and overs for like.
You can pick the same thing for stats.
You can do that.
You can do parlays for stats.
Yeah, same shit. I guess they're calling it a ladder bet these days, but
I bet
parlay.
I bet we can do parlays.
Yeah,
we could probably hit some parlays.
Yeah, I think so. But tune in on Sundays at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Not that there's anybody. I know there's a couple of people who listen out in Germany, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been following it a little bit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So,
hey, cheers, man. With the
cheers, yeah, with the water.
Cheers to hydration. How about that?
Yeah.
It's been a good podcast, brother.
See you guys.
See y'all.